Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Time. Today, I have a long story for you. It is a story about the old days and the new days. It is a story about a little boy and a big machine. So please, sit down, get a cup of tea, relax your shoulders. Let's go to a place called Sunnybrook. Once upon a time, there was a village called Sunnybrook. It was a very beautiful village. The houses were yellow and blue, the trees were green and tall, the sky was always blue. But the most special thing about Sunnybrook was not the houses. It was the people. The people in Sunnybrook were always happy. When you walked down the street, people waved at you. Hello, good morning, how are you? If you dropped your bag, 3 people ran to help you. If you were sad, someone gave you a flower. Why were they so nice? Was it the water? Was it the air? No, it was the bread. In the center of the village, there was a small bakery. It was called the Golden Crust. Every morning at exactly 6 a.m., a beautiful smell came from the bakery. Imagine the smell. It smelled like sweet butter. It smelled like warm honey. It smelled like safety. When the smell traveled down the street, the people woke up. They took a deep breath. And suddenly, they smiled. The magic of the bread started the day. The baker was an old man named Mr. Arthur. Mr. Arthur was 80 years old. He moved slowly, he had big round glasses and flour in his white hair. Mr. Arthur did not have a family. He had no children, but he had a friend. His friend was a little boy named Leo. Leo was 10 years old. He was a quiet boy. He loved to watch Mr. Arthur bake. Every afternoon after school, Leo went to the bakery. He sat on a tall stool and watched. Mr. Arthur did not use a recipe book. He did not measure the sugar. He did not measure the salt. He just knew. One day, Leo asked a question. Mr. Arthur, why is your bread magic? Do you put magic dust in it? Mr. Arthur laughed. No, Leo, there is no magic dust. Mr. Arthur pointed to his chest. He pointed to his heart. The magic is here. When I bake, I think about happy things. I think about the summer sun. I think about my friends. I put those memories into the dough. Leo listened, but he did not understand. How can you put a memory into bread? Time passed. The village was happy. But one Tuesday morning, everything changed. It was a cold morning. The wind was blowing. Leo woke up. He opened the window to smell the bread. He waited. He sniffed the air, but the air was cold. It smelled like rain. It smelled like dust. There was no smell of butter. There was no smell of honey. Leo ran to the bakery. A crowd of people stood outside. The lights were off. The door was locked. There was a small piece of paper on the door. It said, "Dear friends, my hands are tired. My legs are old. I cannot bake anymore. I am going to live by the sea. Goodbye, Mr. Arthur." Leo read the note. He felt a heavy stone in his stomach. Mr. Arthur was gone. For 1 week, the village had no bread, and slowly the village changed. The sky turned gray. The people stopped smiling. Mrs. Green, the florist, yelled at the postman. The taxi driver honked his horn all day. The dogs barked at the cats. Sunnybrook was not sunny anymore. It was Graybrook.
Then the truck came. It was a huge black truck. It made a loud noise. A man jumped out of the truck. He was not like Mr. Arthur. This man was young. He wore a gray suit. He wore a shiny watch. He was talking on a cell phone. "Yes, sell, buy, money," he shouted. He hung up the phone and looked at the people. "Hello," he said. "I am Mr. Fast. I bought this bakery. I am the new baker." The people asked, "Do you know how to bake?" Mr. Fast laughed. "Me? No, I don't need to bake. I have the solution." He opened the back of the truck. Two men carried out a giant machine. It was made of cold silver metal. It had flashing lights. It had many buttons. Mr. Fast rubbed his hands together. "Listen to me," he said. "Mr. Arthur was slow. He made 50 loaves of bread a day. That is terrible business. This machine can make 1,000 loaves of bread in an hour. It is perfect. It is efficient." Mr. Fast plugged in the machine. He pressed a green button. The machine started to shake. The machine worked very fast. Flour went in one side, bread came out the other side. In 10 minutes, there was a mountain of bread. The bread looked perfect. It was golden, it was soft. "Here," said Mr. Fast, "try it. It is the future." Leo took a piece of bread. He took a bite. He chewed and he chewed. The bread was warm, but it was empty. It tasted like paper. It tasted like water. It tasted like nothing. Leo looked at the other people. They ate the bread because they were hungry, but nobody smiled. Mrs. Green ate the bread, and she looked sadder. The policeman ate the bread, and he looked angrier. Mr. Fast counted his money. He said, "I am rich. This is a great success." Leo walked home. He was very sad. He sat in the kitchen with his grandmother. "Grandma," said Leo, "the new bread is terrible." Grandma nodded. "Yes, Leo, I know." "But why?" asked Leo. "A machine has a brain. It can count, it can move fast, but a machine does not have a soul. It cannot feel love, and it cannot feel sadness. Bread needs a soul." Leo looked at his hands. "Mr. Arthur used his hands," he whispered. Leo stood up. "Grandma, I have to do something." That night, the moon was full. The village was sleeping. Mr. Fast went to his hotel to sleep. The bakery was dark. Leo climbed out of his bedroom window. He walked quietly down the street. He went to the back of the bakery. The window was open a little bit. Leo was small. He climbed inside. The bakery was cold. The giant silver machine stood in the middle of the room. It looked like a sleeping monster. Leo didn't look at the machine. He went to the old wooden table in the corner. This was Mr. Arthur's table. Leo found a bowl. He found the bag of flour. He found the water. "Okay," said Leo, "I can do this." He put the flour in the bowl. He poured the water. He put his hands in the mix. It was cold and sticky. He tried to mix it, but it was heavy. It was very hard work. Leo's arms hurt. His shoulders hurt. "I can't do it," Leo thought. "I am too small. I am not strong enough." He wanted to cry. He looked at the cold silver machine. It was so easy for the machine. But then Leo closed his eyes. He remembered Mr. Arthur. He remembered the smell of the old bread.
He started to think about happy things. He thought about playing football with his friends. He thought about his grandmother's hug. He thought about the warm sun on his face. Leo started to move his hands again. He pushed the dough, he pulled the dough, and he started to hum a melody. The room felt warmer. Leo sang to the bread. Grow big, grow strong, be happy. He worked for 1 hour, 2 hours. Finally, the dough was ready. He put it in the oven and he waited. The sun came up. It was morning. Mr. Fast walked to the bakery. He was holding his calculator. "Today," he said, "I will make 2,000 loaves. I will make double the money." He unlocked the door. He stopped. He sniffed the air. What is that? Outside on the street, Mrs. Green stopped walking. The policeman stopped his car. A golden smell was coming from the bakery. It wasn't the smell of the machine. It was the old smell. It smelled like memories. Everyone ran to the bakery. They pushed open the door. "Mr. Arthur? Is Mr. Arthur back?" They looked inside. They saw Mr. Fast. He was standing with his mouth open. And they saw Leo. Leo was sleeping on a chair. He was covered in white flour. He looked very tired. And on the table, there were 10 loaves of bread. Just 10. They looked ugly. They were not perfect shapes. One was big, one was small. But he broke a piece off. The room was silent. Mr. Arthur ate the bread. He closed his eyes. He chewed slowly. A smile appeared on Mr. Arthur's face. "It is not perfect," Mr. Arthur said. "It is a little salty, but I can taste the football. I can taste the sunshine. I can taste the love." Mr. Arthur gave a piece to Mr. Fast. "Eat it." Mr. Fast took the bread. "It looks bad," he said. He took a bite. Mr. Fast stopped talking. He looked at the floor. He remembered his mother. He remembered when he was a little boy. He sat down on a chair. He didn't look angry anymore. He looked peaceful. "I don't understand," Mr. Fast said softly. "I have a $1 million machine, but this bread is better." "You cannot buy a soul," said Mr. Arthur. The next day, Mr. Fast made a decision. He sold the big silver machine. He didn't want it anymore. He asked Leo to teach him. "Show me," Mr. Fast said. "Show me how to bake with my hands." So the old man, Mr. Arthur, the businessman, Mr. Fast, and the little boy Leo worked together. They didn't make 1,000 loaves, they only made 100. But the village of Sunnybrook became happy again. The taxi driver waved, the florist smiled, the sun shone bright. Leo learned a big lesson that day. It doesn't matter if you are doing a big job or a small job. It doesn't matter if you are speaking English or cooking dinner or painting a picture. If you do it with your heart, people will know. So, my friends, that is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, whatever you do today, put a little bit of magic in it. Goodbye.